Other stars are someone named Satan or Satin, I don't know. This guy named something or other S. Truman. Like I said, they made a lot of mistakes. Like, for instance, Truman would have been their first name. They corrected it later on. Basically, it was a bunch of black Madagascar people. Or, Madagascar used to be known as Massacre Land. Basically, they tortured and whipped and very much with some black people, pretty much. And there's this film where the guy's waving, his hand from the bomber, and he's laughing, basically. That's Papa. Or that guy, he spent 20 years in jail or 30 years in jail, but realistically, he wasn't in jail. He was just hiding in a bunker because everyone wanted him dead, after the Olympics and stuff like that. So, he was a rapist and a drug dealer and a seller of opium and stuff. Bloods and the Crips and all that other stuff. He basically, and there was like 5 or 6 of them or 8 of them. Anton, and this other black guy that's pretending to be a French guy, and this other black guy pretending to be an Irish guy. And he planned on basically just shooting and killing all the all the white people, and all the British people, and all the German people, and everyone basically, And he was showing, he did this film montage where pretty much he was going to show all the people that really supported me and really helped me out and really did everything and worked hard for me. And then he was going to show them all getting nuked and carpet bombed and waving his hand, basically laughing at me, pretty much showing how he had killed them all, and executed them, and that they were all gone and dead. And, and then I was going to be the only white person in the whole world or the whole universe, pretty much. That was his plan. So, it's like I said, I was a very rich person and a very wealthy person, and Mr. Brown or Mr. Papa, he takes them all down like Brown or whatever. Killed his brother or something, I don't know. Or his brother got killed, basically. I don't know. Is a red coat. Anyway, he was planning on this whole thing where he's gonna basically destroy the world along with Nixon and Jimmy Carter and some of the other ones. They were all gonna do it. And basically they're gonna be the only white people in the whole universe or something like that. Anyway. Basically he was whipping and torturing everyone black. Even some black, but not really. They didn't get whipped, of course. They didn't even work. Like I said, they did some things showing how they were slaves and how they had been abused and everything else like that, and did this other thing. They were doing this whole thing, basically this world takeover, and all that other stuff. And they're going to use me to help them out, help them do it. And, he's just basically going to do this whole thing where he laughs at me and everyone else, and then kills them all. It's going to be really horrible. It's the worst thing ever, basically. That's why, it shows him, like, waving his little gold ring and everything, showing that he had been part of the carpet bombing and the killing, and it was blacks and Anton and everything, and how he had taken everything away from me and all that. He enjoyed hurting people, basically. Anyway, though, I was quite massive, and like I say, this isn't my only planet. 800 galaxies and a space clock. Anyway, though, he was doing this whole big universe takeover, going to ruin my existence and everything else like that, and all that kind of stuff, and torture my people, torture everyone, although technically he was one of my people. Anyway, though, he's just basically gone off the deep end, pretty much. He's able to do a lot of damage, between, him and his brother. His dad went to go rape someone, like I say, and then, they didn't, he got killed or something like that. I don't really know. And then, and he always killed like 1,000 to 1 white people versus black people, and was pretty much exterminating the white people and everyone else slowly. Just a real monster, like I say. The Olympics showed it all, but like I say, everyone was in chains and irons and basically had a gun to their head. Like I say, there's a whole bunch of videos where the white people are like attacking and doing this and doing that, but the white people didn't have any ammo, and then the black people just shoot them. Like I say, they showed me, and they said, yeah, all those white guys, they don't have any ammo. The only people that actually have ammo are the black people. They have fully loaded clips and everything. The white people are their hostages in the films. So, and then they would shoot a couple, just because. Anyway, it was Anton and the black people, and the Madagascar people, and a bunch of other people. And they would just rape and kill everyone. And then they were planning on killing everyone off before I ever got back or came along. And that's the way it was going to be. Except, not exactly. I do have time travel, or did have time travel, and lots of other things, and just didn't work out for him. Anyway, the difference between a real creator and being just a big piece of shit that kills everyone and shoots first. Oh well. I did have control. Well, I had control over all matter, like time and space and stuff. I created the particles and everything else like that. Anyway, he was going to try and hunt down all my life forms and kill them, and it's like, well, there's a lot of life forms out there. Anyway, he was doing this takeover thing to the future or whatever, where basically there isn't anybody in the universe except for black people. Didn't really like that. Maybe some cream-colored people, but I love my Irishmen and everybody else. And anyway, yeah, just a whole lot of pain and misery and one big, problem. So, anyway, he wanted to get back at me for some strange reason, although realistically there's nothing to get back at for. Anyway, lots of things happen where basically the universe figured out who he was and what he was, but I mean, it's like, you're eventually going to get figured out anyway. Big universe. So anyway, he caused a little problem for me. About 60 million, after about 60 trillion years, there was a problem. So anyway, and at the time, I've always been a little cautious and prepared, and I had other planets and other things. And like I said, acid form life. They breathe acid. They live off of it. So anyway, he picked a fight with the wrong people. And he got dug out. So anyway, a lot of stuff happened. And it's like, hey, I'm the real Lucifer. And he wasn't. He was powerful enough to annoy me. And he actually did do a lot of damage. He could have killed, he almost killed every life form on the earth. He was going to leave this a place of barren wasteland, of nothing. Like I say. Anyway, he was enjoying himself killing everyone and carpet bombing everyone. And no one could get near him. Whatever. Anyway, though, it came out, and like I say, besides, it's like I had other resources. I'm a very rich, powerful person. I've always been a rich, powerful person ever since, the beginning of time. So he planned on killing me and nuking me and everything and laughing at me. And then torturing me to death and all that. And it's like, might not happen the way you think it was. Anyway, though, they tortured me for a couple 100,000 years. And nuked me and stuff. And it's like, well, the beauty of being real. There is a beauty to being real and all that other stuff. So it's like, well, Anyway, I mean, I was the creator of 1.5 life forms and the creator of exoskeletons that had armor, basically nanotech armor and all that other stuff. I mean, some pretty high-end stuff and tanks and everything. I wasn't just some business owner. Just because he painted his name on the side of my ships, just because he painted over my name and painted his name, Anton, on the side of my ships and everything, doesn't mean he's going to win. Anyway, yeah. He rocked on for a couple thousand years maybe, but not that long, really. Anyway, and what happened afterwards was even worse. So, anyway, and then his sons and his grandsons after that sought vengeance against me and everyone else. But it's like, the Irish, Japanese, Chinese, insect life forms, exoskeleton life forms, you're going to kill them all. And he's like, yep. And he was going to kill them all. That's why when it shows the ring and the picture and he's black and everything. And all that. And he was just laughing at me and everyone else. Because he's just a big rapist his whole life. Anyway, yeah, so. Anyway, oh well. Anyway, he's dead or dying or going to die soon, so. He caused a little problem for me, though, it's true. Yeah, anyway, but he really made a big effort at it. And he tortured a lot of people and hurt a lot of people. And he was going to kill off the Japanese and Chinese and everyone. Just have nothing but black people.